You won't believe the mind-blowing precision and science that goes into every round of ammunition. Have you ever wondered how that bullet in your hand is made? Stick around, because this process is way more fascinating than you might think. Introduction. Whether you're a hunter, a target shooter, or a member of law enforcement, ammunition plays a critical role. But it's not just about pulling the trigger. Understanding how ammo is made gives us a greater appreciation of its power and precision. Today, we're taking a deep dive into how raw materials are transformed into the safe, reliable ammunition we rely on. Ammunition production isn't as simple as it may seem. There are many misconceptions about it. Some think it's just a simple process of putting together a metal casing, some gunpowder, and a bullet. However, manufacturers face huge challenges in ensuring consistency, safety, and performance. One small error could cause a catastrophic failure, from misfires to unpredictable trajectories. In this video, we'll uncover the painstaking steps manufacturers take to produce high-quality ammo while adhering to strict safety and regulatory standards. The process involves a lot more science and engineering than you might expect. Raw materials. Let's start at the beginning. Raw materials. Ammunition begins with metals like brass for the casing, lead for the bullet, and chemicals for the primer and gunpowder. The brass is crucial because it needs to be strong enough to handle the pressure when the bullet is fired, but malleable enough to form into a precise shape. The lead in the bullet has to be soft enough to deform on impact, but dense enough to maintain momentum. Brass is processed in large sheets, then cut into discs. These discs are shaped into casings through a series of mechanical presses. The casing acts as the container that holds everything: primer, gunpowder, and the bullet itself. The primer is a small but incredibly important part of any cartridge. It's the ignition source that starts the chain reaction when you pull the trigger. A small explosion in the primer ignites the gunpowder, sending the bullet downrange. The formulation of the primer mixture is carefully controlled to ensure it provides the right amount of force without being too volatile. Primers are loaded into the base of the casing by precision machines. These primers are also subjected to rigorous quality control, because any variation in ignition strength can drastically affect the performance of the round. Then there's the gunpowder. Modern ammunition uses smokeless powder made from nitrocellulose. This powder must be perfectly balanced to ensure it burns at the right rate. Too fast, and it could cause a dangerous pressure spike. Too slow, and the bullet won't reach its intended velocity. Now, we get to the assembly stage. After the casings have been shaped, the primer and powder are loaded, and the bullet itself, often made of lead, copper-jacketed for durability, is pressed into the top of the casing. This process is done with extreme precision because even a slight misalignment could affect the accuracy of the bullet. The final step is crimping, where the mouth of the casing is tightened around the bullet to ensure it stays in place. Each round is sealed to protect it from moisture and other environmental factors that could degrade the powder or primer over time. But here's where the process gets even more fascinating. Did you know that manufacturers perform extensive testing on batches of ammunition before they hit the shelves? Each round is measured for weight, velocity, and even the ballistic performance of the bullet after it leaves the barrel. The smallest deviations can mean the difference between hitting your target or missing entirely. Rounds are tested in ballistics gel to simulate the impact on soft tissue, ensuring the bullet expands as designed. High-pressure testing chambers are also used to simulate extreme conditions that ammo might face, from freezing temperatures to high humidity. So, as you can see, making ammunition is far more complex than you might have imagined. From mining raw materials to precise engineering and rigorous testing, every single round goes through a detailed, methodical process to ensure safety, reliability, and performance. Next time you load a magazine, you'll know just how much science and skill went into making that round perfect.